Welcome to another edition of the Story Behind the Car. I'm with Doug, and Doug, can you tell us about your K20? This is amazing.
I sure can. Again, like you said, my name's Doug. I've got a 1963 3/4 ton four-wheel drive, a K20.
Okay.
It was from I bought it from Gerald, Rosebud, Missouri. It was their brush truck. They owned it. It was for going in, let's say, Mrs. Jones' backyard to put out the fire where the big fire engines couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So, when I bought it in 2017, it had 17,000 miles on it. Those are three-piece split rims that they used to use back in the day.
So before you go on, Doug, I got to ask about the three-piece split.
Yeah.
So the two pieces would be a front and a back?
No. The red is all one piece,
okay.
And then you have this locking ring here, and then you have this other ring. I know there's a name for it, but I can't. Somebody will probably let you know what that other retaining ring, maybe.
Okay.
And, so it's got 456 gears in the front and rear. It is a long bed. When I bought it, it had holes through the beds for the pump.
Okay.
Yeah, and it had water, so the firemen would go into the back, and then they could just pump water right out of the old red Chevy. And
now, did you restore it?
I did. Yeah, it was so clean, but it was painted fire engine red, and it was a lousy paint job.
Okay.
And I had it repainted. When the guy started sanding, we matched the exact colors, which is cardinal red and pure white. And I wanted to put it back exactly like it was when it was made, and it was made at the St. Louis plant down on Union Boulevard.
Okay.
And it's got a long bed. The bed wood was in bad shape, so I redid the wood, added some stainless steel to it.
And what kind of wood is in it?
It comes with northern or southern white pine or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I put in there.
Yes.
Usually it's flat black with flat black strips in there, but I kind of cleaned her up for the show.
Yeah.
And Again, it's got the 456 gears, so on the quarter mile, I can make a sandwich and eat it. So that's what I always tell her.
All the condiments.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's slow, but it'll get there.
The bedwood is just beautiful.
Yeah, it turned out really neat. I would just sand it down, put a coat of marine varnish on it, sand it. Marine varnish, did that about 7 times.
Okay.
That was about 7 years ago. And
what part of St. Louis area do you live in?
I live in St. Charles. I live about 3/4 of a mile from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was by earlier, and I love the sticker here.
Yeah. Isn't
Civil
that cool?
defense?
Yeah. Civil defense sticker. Yeah. Yep. You don't see those much anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to remember, but
yeah. Get this side of the way.
Oops, you dropped.
When that's for cleaning my glasses. When I bought it, it had that seat cover on it. I'm sure that's not original, but that's how it was when I bought it. So
can I open the door?
You certainly can. Yeah, I'll get that for you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Was the floorboard and everything no rust?
No rust at all.
Wow.
No rust at all. They did use it, but they certainly took care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the body man is right here in St. Charles, and he said he hadn't seen one so clean. So I really lucked out.
Just a beautiful, beautiful dash.
Yeah. I was told that the sun visors were an option, and they ordered one.
Yes. Yeah.
And the armrests were an option. They didn't order any of them.
I do want to, before we look at the engine, I would like to go around to the driver's side if we could.
Oh, certainly.
I just want to talk about your gear selectors.
Yeah.
So is it a 4-speed or is it 3-speed?
It's a 4-speed with Granny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Granny is walking
Yes.
speed. Again, it's 60 miles an hour. It is winding out.
Yes.
And this is for the four-wheel drive right here. This one right here.
Okay.
And it just shifts like butter.
Yeah.
And then of course you got the lockouts on the front. You
Yep.
have to put those in. And but there really weren't many options back in the day.
And I saw a knob or something I wanted to ask about.
Oh yeah, the PTO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a PTO knob.
I'm going to just get a close-up of that
Yeah,
so people know what we're talking about.
That was for the pump that runs in the back. That comes right off of it. So they would put it in neutral, pull the PTO, and the drive shaft would run the pump for pumping the water for the fires.
And I see you have a radio delete.
Yes, sir. It came radio delete.
That's interesting. And is the PTO...
It still works. Everything works great. Yeah, yeah.
Where does it come out?
It comes right out of the back of the transfer case.
Okay.
And there was a hole through the floor of the bed
Yeah.
to run the pump, and then there was a water tank in back. And
Okay.
then, of course, all the hoses and everything, like I said, came right through the bedside. I bought brand new bedsides for it.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
I'm going to get down just to see what the underneath looks like.
Very good, yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. Boy, nicely done, Doug. It's very clean down here.
Yeah, it's they took care of it. There was a lot of crud underneath it that I spent a lot of time with a wire wheel under there.
And how did you come across it?
As a matter of fact, my wife is from her family is from Gerald, Missouri.
Yeah.
And both of her brothers were volunteer firemen.
Okay.
In Gerald, Missouri, and she works at Pogue Chevrolet in Wentzville, and called me one day. I'm a carpenter. I was at work, and she said, "I found a truck you're looking for. Oh my gosh! My brothers used to drive this." So. If I would have wanted it, I wouldn't have probably got it. But the wife wanted it, so I have it now. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier when the
when the wife wants it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a 261.
Okay.
And that was ordered by one of the fire chief because he also had a dealer's license, from what I understand.
Okay.
And this motor they put in the dump trucks, and they put in 2-ton trucks and school buses. So it's tough getting parts, but I just go after a 250 C60 or C50 for tune-up parts.
Okay.
Yeah, and 1964 or 3, I believe, was the last year for the 261.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever even heard of the 261.
Yeah.
I have a 61 and it came with a 235.
Yeah. Most of them do have 235s.
Yeah.
From what I've read about the 261, it's got much heavier wrist pins in it. And larger carburetor, so yeah, and it runs perfect. If you'd like, I could start it.
I would.
Okay.
I just had a question real quick. What is this here?
That is a booster for the brakes.
Okay.
And for the clutch, power assisted clutch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had never seen one like that before.
Yeah.
And then of course it's got the oil filter.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah,
I've never seen a filter like that.
Yeah, they evidently you would just drain your oil every now and then and put new oil in it until they came out with this remote, I believe, oil filter they call it.
Okay.
Yeah. So but.
And I want to slide to the other side before you start it, Doug, just to see what we have over here.
Not a problem.
And they're always such a joy to look at, if you ask me, because everything's right. Everything's so handy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to work on. Yeah.
You need to change a starter, and
and there's the power-assisted clutch. I don't know if you can see it down there beyond the starter. That is a slave cylinder.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but it takes two arms and 2 legs to drive it, because yep.
So yeah, please start it up,
I
Doug.
certainly will. Yeah.
And I'll also go around to the back just to. I want to hear how he runs like a sewing machine.
Yeah, you'll hear the exhaust over here.
Okay. Boy, that just purrs.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Holy cow. That is amazing. And did you rebuild the engine?
No, sir. It's got 20,300 miles on it now. When I bought it, it had 16,000 miles when I had bought it from Gerald Rosebud. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful, beautiful truck.
Well,
I was by earlier and I shot it, just walking around it, and I was hoping to see the owner.
Yeah, well, I'm so glad I got to meet you.
Yeah. Anything we haven't covered at all?
I can't think of anything.
So this was such an amazing truck and a great video. Doug was so appreciative that I asked him to give me the story behind his car and shoot video of his beautiful 1963 K20 pickup truck. And it's, you know, that's one of the things I really enjoy about this channel is meeting people that are passionate about their vehicles and are willing to tell the story. And he was so grateful when we were talking afterwards. He was giving me some additional information about the grease pen that was written on the firewall and how the underneath of the hood was painted black. And he heard that the St. Louis plant painted the underside of the hood black, but the other plants did not. And what's so funny about going to car shows and meeting people, I ask people, hey, you know, would you be willing to give me a video, allow me to shoot a video of your vehicle, and I'll put a mic on you? And most people say yes. Some people say no. The first time I ever tried my channel, the first vehicle was I believe it was a 59 or a 60 Chevy Impala, and the guy right away said, no way. And another funny one was I was at a car show, I guess it was a year ago, and I asked a young man brought in a Model T, and it's, you know, Model T is rather unique, and this guy was in his 20s, so I thought there's got to be a great story here for somebody that's that young with such a vehicle that such a nice vehicle that's that old. And I asked him, and he's like, oh, when did you want to do it? I said, well, let's do it now. Oh man, can you give me a little time and let me have a couple beers so I can relax? And I didn't have time. I had to go to another event, so I just, you know, was kind and said, we'll do it another time. That same show, I see I think it was a 72 Chevy C10 pickup truck, and it was lowered and patina and had a LS motor, and it just sounded great. It had big tires, just a really nice truck. And I asked the guy, same show, and I asked the guy, I said, hey, could we shoot a video of your truck and I'll put a mic on you? And he's like, man, I'd love to, but can you give me a couple hours to sober up? And this was a Saturday morning, about 8 o'clock in the morning. So same show, two different experiences. That's such a good memory. So hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you, and Doug really liked shooting it, and he was grateful that we did. Thanks again. We'll catch you on the next video.